Types of measurement model already we know. How many types? Two types. How many types? Two types. Reflective, formative. Can you see my first slide? 10 minutes I discussed on that. Same thing already I discussed. Assessment criteria for reflective measurement model. Can you recall? Three things. Internal consistency, convergent validity, discriminant validity. Formative measurement model, convergent validity. You have to test. What is the assessment criteria? Convergent validity, collinearity issues, and weight and significance. Already we know. And that's why I told that in first slide, everything is there. In one slide, I show everything of PLS-SEM. Next slide, if we go again, see the same thing is coming here. In first slide, what I showed, what is the criteria? Reflective model assessment. Internal consistency will be checked by the basically the composite reliability. Convex alpha we don't use in convex alpha. Convex alpha, you know, basically we use in the SPSS. In smart structural equation modeling, we will consider the composite reliability value, and that value should be 0.7 and above. In convergent validity, basically we have two criteria, that is we'll check the factor loading and also we'll check the AV value. In discriminant validity, basically we will check the Ferdinand and Lurker criterion and HTMT ratio. And already I told that how to, I think in the first slide I told how to measure that. Again in details, internal consistency, see convex alpha, no need to discuss on that because in in structural equation modeling, we don't consider the convex alpha and no need to report the convex alpha, though the convex alpha value will come in the software. We will consider only the composite reliability CR values, and CR value should be greater than 0.7 and above. That's I think. Sorry. Yeah, composite reliability. No, I told the wrong thing. Composite reliability, the CR value will come, and I think the CR value already I showed you. So here the what they showed always is composite reliability. Yes, same thing. CR value also should be 0.7 and above. Now come for the factor loading. Already I told, we show in the first slide. But again, thing is, you can ask me if the value is less than 0.708. So what will do? I'll delete the item? No, you will not delete. You can keep up to 0.4. Some deleting the item, I think when I'll go for the practical, so that time I'll discuss, that will be more understandable. And EV value, that means average variance extracted values. Also, this is also part of the convergent validity test. And how we'll measure that? The EV value should be greater than 0.5. And sources there. Discriminant validity. Already we showed in the first slide also. Here also again see in details. Some sources are here. Ferdinand and Leiter criterion, I told that corresponding column and corresponding value should be greater than. Source is there, Chin 2010, Chin 2019, 98B, and Ferdinand and Leiter criterion 1981. HTMT ratio, two sources are there. Already I show. We saw that one source is telling if it is basically it values close to indicators, lack of discriminant validity. Now you can ask me actually what is discriminant validity or what is the objectives of discriminant validity. Basically discriminant validity, what we do, discriminant validity examines the discriminant validity basically examines the similarity between latent variables. Similarity between latent variables. So HTMT ratio, we have two sources. One source is telling that if the value should be less than 0.85 and another source 0.90. Of course, it has to be less than 1. Otherwise, it will be red color in the after analysis you will get. See again, I think the same thing. That's why I told that this is the everything in my one slide. I think no need to discuss again. Already you know, in first slide I told assessment criteria, name of the conduct alpha, and the guidelines or thumb rule. So I think already I discussed. So again, the same things. If I recall, again I am recalling means you can remember in reflective measurement model. In reflective measurement model, you have to pass 3 tests or you have to do 3 tests: internal consistency, convergent validity, and discriminant validity. What are the course content? How will pass this exam? In internal consistency, basically you have to pass the composite reliability. Convergent validity, you have to check the factor loading, and that factor load value should be ideal value should be, or ideally or accepted value should be greater than 0.708, and you have to check the AV value should be greater than 5. And discriminant validity, basically you can check all, but in my PhD thesis also cross-loading ID news, because if you check one also it's okay, but I use 2, that is Fornell and Larkin criteria and also the STMT ratio. Formative measurement model, already you know, but again in slide very clearly again and again it is coming. What are the 3 exams you have to pass? You have to 3 subjects.